All right, guys, so welcome back. We're going to be on the speed series, and we're going to talk a lot now about how the legs support and how they're supposed to move. So therefore, it's going to really answer the question of the throw, when it happens, why it happens, and how to square the club face up. I promise you this all works. I have a driver this time. I don't have it, by the way, sorry, I do not have it set up yet I can hit in here, but I just never feel 100% comfortable. I will be going to San Diego next week, and I will be bringing my full swing golf. I know some people are like, hey, we want to see you hit the golf ball. I have a couple of videos out of my 120 or 30 videos out on my channel where I've hit some drivers and things, but like nothing with my numbers behind it, beside it, and all that, which I will do that for you because you guys asked me to. Okay, so, but this is not about me, it's about trying to help you, and I want to make that completely clear, but I also want you to be able to say, hey, the proof is in the pudding. Look, he does swing this fast. Yes, he does hit it this straight every time, and this club face does work correctly. All right, so get in from that's the preliminaries. And thank you for all the support and all the comments. Like and subscribe, share it, because it does nothing more than allow me to make more content like this and to help you guys with your golf game. So let's get on with it. So I'm going to make this quickly because, and apologize for saying right hand throw instead of trail hand throw. There is quite a few left-handed golfers. So, and I want to make it clear about the left-hand grips. I'm moving a little bit closer. The left-hand grip is the exact same as the right hand as you turn it over for a left-handed golfer. So your lead hand for a left-handed golfer will still be in the second joint of the finger, and it will still be in the pad to make the backhanded motion, and the then trail hand, or for you guys, your left, will be all in the second joint of that finger to then be able to make that quarter roll as you go, okay? So I'm going to do my best to try to say trail, lead, and thank you for that. All right, so we're going to get into now about the lower body. And the lower body is a support system, okay? The reason why I say you can throw it from the top, and I want you to understand this, that when I'm winding up to throw, and I take my hand and arm, and I take this away, look what my lower body has done, okay? So to keep your head on center, the only way to keep your head on center is to have your foot and knee roll, your knee go out towards the center line, which puts your pelvis back and up. And this is a walking motion, and practice this by unweighting your legs, like so. This happens in every swing that I've done ever since learning the concept of the compound pivot and how it works and how the circle and how the head stays in the same level. And I'm gonna get into more detail about this. So just because I'm saying I wind my hand up and put it over here, when I go here, you can clearly see that I'm in a compound pivot position, or in a walking position. So when I throw the golf club, and this is the interesting part of this, I am simultaneously re-rolling my right ankle, pushing my knee forward, letting this go to the left, and then unwinding. Now, and this becomes the critical part. Sorry, my driver's kind of a long swing, and this is a little bit of a shorter, this slingshot. I cannot hit the mirror here, okay? So, when I'm throwing, if I just rolled my ankle, my weight would be over here on my left, and then I would have to try to figure out some way to kind of flip the club, okay? Whereas there is a stimulus and a response. I feel that I'm throwing my hand and my arm from here while I'm simultaneously shifting over. Because that's how you throw a ball. You shift over and your arm is going, see? So I wouldn't just take a ball here and then just let me shift over and then move my arm, okay? It doesn't work that way. So you have to have intention to have speed. Understand that. You have to have intention of my hand and arm moving as humanly fast as possible this way. Well, the reason why that's happening is, and I understand where people are saying, hey, I'm swinging a speed stick and the club face, you got speed, but you don't have compression, and that's because you didn't have the lower body moving correctly in sequence. I can't assume that you guys are. In fact, the reason why you're on YouTube is because 98 to 99% of you are trying to get better, hopefully, right? And you don't have the answer, right? And I do. So, when the lower body moves correctly here, the stimulus happens and you'll throw. And I'm gonna do it here to show you, okay? So when I wind up and I'm throwing my arm as fast as I can while simultaneously shifting my right foot over to my left, which drops my arms in, and my hand is spinning, and then I am unwinding, and that club face right there is square, my friends, okay? What happens is if you throw, now watch this, and you don't shift, well then yes, you will just have what I call flash speed, and 99% or more. Every single lesson I've given in Zoom, you are not doing what you think you are doing. So even on the comments, when you're telling me, oh man, this doesn't work and all that, you're probably not doing it right, okay? You're thinking what I'm saying and you're trying it, and it could be a litany of problems, from the golf club being slightly in front too much, leaning, changing the angle of the hands, the grip being just a fraction too much weak or a fraction too much strong, which makes the forearm rotate. That is super in-depth, and that's the reason why when I do Zoom lessons, I can see what you do and fix it. Almost 100% of you do not have a compound pivot because you have been told to turn the shoulders like so and make the pelvis go kind of behind and into the right leg. And when you do that, you're loading up your weight in your right leg, but your head's moving off the ball. And so when you come down, you'll see how you have to squat, and now your head's down low. If you guys watch this, my head doesn't go down like this. It stays the same level as it's doing this motion. So this golf club is the only way for this golf club to swing in a circular manner. So when I'm doing this and I'm stimulating a throw, if I didn't move my pivot and I just threw my arms, then watch. Yes, this is incorrect as all get out, and your smash factor will be horrible, right? And you'll think that I do not know what I'm talking about. But it's because you didn't shift over. Now, when I say that, I have to be careful because there's people who'll go here and they'll try to shift their pelvis over. Now, that's not what I want. Does that look like that's an effective throw? It's not an effective throw. So what you're wanting to do is practice, first of all, making an unweighting and walk-in motion. And you can do this like if this is imaginary wall here, okay? And I'm doing this. I'm not pushing my butt back. I would push into the wall, right? So it is a lateral flexion of the spine, not just by the pelvis, okay? That's not what I'm wanting you to do either. It's by the ankle, knee, and hip going out to the center line, and I have all my weight on my right leg, and my head is dead on center. So you tell me, how's that a sway? And then when I get up to the top of my swing, my knee is over here, and I can pick this whole weight up. And this is just the legs are just a prop. So when I'm making this motion here, and I'm pushing the ground with the right ankle, and the left ankle rolls, see, it's doing that. Now, so why did I go into all that detail then about the machine-like stuff and the hand action? Because if I have an incorrect grip, so let's just say my left hand is incorrect weak or overly strong, doesn't matter, and I have too much tension. Now, I'm gonna make that same compound pivot. Does that look the same? No, Roger doesn't know what he's talking about. I don't, right? Because you didn't know what your hand action was like. So my point first is to learn what the hands do and how they move, and then add the feet, knees, and pelvis moving correctly, and your hands will actually go along for the ride in the correct thing. So when I'm doing this and I'm letting this ankle roll here, see that golf club is there. Oh, and one other little thing. I had a guy, I can't remember, Wedge Work something or other, and I want to clarify when I was talking about having the golf club, I'm coming in closer so you guys can see this, okay? Is from here, what I'm doing is this is squeezing, okay? I'm relaxing these fingers enough, but not to have them come out and open. What I'm doing, and you can practice this, put a golf club in your thumb like this and just unweight your hand to where all of this weight goes into this thumb. Now that's how soft my grip pressure is. I had one person tell me that they can't throw because they always squeeze the club. Well, probably because you're already squeezed the club. See? So that, you can even see, look how the club bounces. See, that is resting on my thumb. That is not a insecure grip. Now, watching my fingers open, yes, that's not what I want you to do. When I said my fingers open slightly, it's from the palm because the weight and the pressure goes into the thumb. See? So when I get up to the top, my hands are so soft that it's allowing that golf club to do that. See? So from here, now I have this stimulus and a response to now make the right ankle re-roll and then the golf club come through. So that's a critical point of this, is that you are having your hands soft enough to feel the weight of the club. The arm is just following the turning of the torso, and the turning of the torso happens from the ankle, knees, and hips going this way. See that? So you can see, now I wore a striped shirt so you can kind of see how that is. Like so, and like so. So the meat and potatoes that I want you to know is the compound pivot. But your hands have to be able to be trained to move the proper way with the correct grip and the correct grip pressure. But the number one thing that I want you guys to take away from this is the stimulus and the response of a throw. You cannot just shift over and then try to throw. And you cannot just throw and not move your body. And you sure can't turn, okay? So once you're up here, as you're shifting, you should unwind and throw. And I have no problem with you guys getting like a ball, baseball, softball, something, just get a little area, right? And just wind it up and try to throw it as far as you can out there. And then, so shift over first and then try to throw. That doesn't work. And then just try to flip your hand. No, it's a coordinated action. So it goes together. So the brain is telling this thing to speed up and to unwind. And if you don't have the ball in the right hand of the trail hand, of the trail hand of the fingers for right-handed golfers and trail hand for left-handed golfers, then you can't respond. See? So if I shift over, I'm spinning this hand and throwing. So that's what I mean by the underhand throw. Okay? So that's the next series now. Starting to talk about the lower body and little pitfalls that we talk about that we do. All right, so I hope this helps. Leave comments. I'm sure there will be plenty. I'm loving all the support that you guys are sending me. Check out rkswingking.com where I can do a Zoom lesson with you one-on-one, so the feel and reel will be the same. And of course my membership site as well, where I can then look at your golf swing once a week and leave little voiceovers and golf swings for you. So, all right, everybody have a great day.